So I live in Japan. So I guess maybe I'll do the questions to the camera, then you can do the answers to the camera.
Okay.
So it might be a slightly strange format, but okay. How long have you been in Holland?
I've been here for 7 years.
7 years. Okay. And you went.
Can I look at the camera?
Oh sure, yeah, you can look at the camera. You went to art college here or in Japan?
Yeah.
Here.
Both.
Okay.
First I studied in Tokyo Art School.
Okay.
It's called Tama Art School.
Tama,
yeah. And then I moved to Holland to study at the Retreat and got a master. So it's quite a long
And
education.
this is fine art?
No, I studied ceramics in Japan.
Okay.
More sculpture. And I wanted to study more design and ceramics and was traveling to Finland and Sweden.
Maybe you know the Japanese person that I know in Helsinki. Do you know a designer in Helsinki who's making... Because I made a video interview with her, so I was thinking your interview would be a companion piece with hers. She's working in a graphic design company, but now she's making a centaur.
Centaur?
She's making a bathhouse on the sea. You don't know her?
No.
I've forgotten her name temporarily, but anyway, okay.
You met her?
Yeah, I made a video interview also with her. And I was thinking, yeah, for some reason, some connection, but you don't know.
Could be. Because when I was there, I was already 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
I had a friend there and I was visiting.
I think she was there then, but maybe
so
not so
she
active.
has been there for a long time.
Yeah, I think for maybe 10 years or something. She's married to a Finnish man.
Okay.
Anyway, this is gossip. So I'm interested in this idea of sakoku. You know, Japan's isolation. And my feeling is that Japan is now a little bit going back into sakoku. Like Japanese people don't travel so much abroad. Don't become art students so much as they used to. And now if you go to the art schools in the West, it's mostly South Korean students or from Asia. It's maybe Chinese or South Korean students.
Are there many?
Well, it seems like they've replaced the Japanese students a little bit. You don't notice this here in Holland?
In Holland, more Korean and Chinese students?
You think so?
It's getting more, I think, maybe.
Okay.
In the beginning, there were many Japanese students, but now I'm talking about the Retreat Academy or Eindhoven.
Yeah.
The design academy, they're more, from that area.
Okay. So you think this is because Japanese are losing the interest to travel?
Probably one part is financial part.
Yeah.
That we often travel by our parents'
savings. So the parents have less savings now.
I guess. So it's just I'm guessing that our economy is fine, not as wider than before.
Yeah.
And some parents or some families think that if the children has been to abroad, it's better for job.
Better for them.
Not all of them, but then they wish to support them.
Do you have pressure from your family to go back to Japan now?
Sadly, it's going away, I think.
It's going away. So they accept that you want to live here?
Yeah, it took me a long time. They have been here full time.
Yeah.
And also my, for example, friend from Holland or teacher from Holland, they also visited them and then they spend the time together to see what is for artists life or alternative life, or what is Holland.
So they were convinced?
Some point.
And do you think the work you're doing here in Holland, could you do this work in Japan if you stayed in Japan?
In the same way?
Could you do it the same way?
I'm afraid not.
No.
I've been here already 7 years.
Yeah.
And always you need a lot of time and energy to start.
Yeah.
And since I'm away from there 7 years, probably it takes more time and energy.
Yeah. If you go back there, you have to readjust.
Yeah, need to reset it a little bit. I also have wishes to be in a bridge between Holland and Japan. And once we made a project that who study in Holland, Japanese students who study in Holland, different academies of art.
Okay.
And I called the Retreat and Amsterdam. We made a group and we made an exhibition in Holland and Japan, again Holland, next to ongoing research. Because we have different products made by Japanese and we pressed that Dutch house and we documented So how the product integrate into Dutch life.
Okay.
And then we did the same things in Japanese house in Japan.
Right. Well, that's a good entry to my next question, which is what are the cultural parallels between Japan and Holland that you notice? Like I noticed that some of the density, you know, Holland has these very dense cities like Japan, and also there's an old connection with Rangaku, for instance, this Dutch studies which used to happen in Japan. Even when it was close to the West, they were open to the books from Holland and the learning from Holland. So maybe some of this cultural influence came into Japan, I don't know.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
For example, also words, some Dutch words, they use it in Japanese.
Like which?
Like rucksack.
Ah, rucksack. That's German.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I think it's German.
Also people call it the sack, no?
Sack, okay.
But
but there's so many English words also, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, like you said, like a language, like when the first foreign language for Japanese was Holland.
Was Dutch, yeah.
Yeah. So then probably also they copied some words which they didn't know before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these shoes from Soso?
I don't know.
In Kyoto, yeah, I know this, of course. The designer from Soso, he was studied, he came to Finland and was working with Mary Meckel.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
That's why there is a little bit common
yeah,
design.
I think so. Yeah, some of the prints from Mary Meckel, they copy a little bit Japanese influences.
So he studied at the Mary Meckel?
Yeah, I forgot his name. He's a really cool guy. Now he's about 60. He worked at Mary Meckel. He's about, yeah, he's in his 60s, and he went back to work with Soso in Kyoto, but he spent a lot of time in New York, and a lot before that he spent back in the 1960s with Mary Meckel.
The mom.
I forgot his name, it's terrible, but when he was young he looked really cool. Still is very cool. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Do you find there are some Japanese parts of yourself which get even more strong when you come to Holland?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like what? The differences are more like I realize about Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Differences is more communication.
Right.
I can't be silent here. I have to shout.
You have to shout to be heard.
Yeah, and then in Japan the communication, I guess not that way.
Well, Osaka a little bit.
Osaka, yeah.
Osaka,
Indeed. We have many people from Osaka here.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, there's very common feeling.
So which city are you from?
I'm from nearby Nagoya.
Nagoya, okay. Not so far from Kansas.
No. Yeah, I was more shy, and there was big differences. And for example, to call each other, we call it first name.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more equal for everyone.
Okay.
How they educate students, they're really different also. Schools.
But you have to speak three languages. You have English, Dutch, and Japanese, obviously. But you have to be multilingual also, and each language has its own way to think, I guess.
I hardly speak Dutch.
Okay.
I started learning. I know some words, but I was really spoiled at the weak from.
Okay.
I need to speak in Dutch. At the beginning, I was really struggling with speaking English.
Yeah.
Then, my first foreign language was English.
Right.
Start speaking here.
So you don't really need Dutch to live in Holland?
Not really, but I realized that once you have out of school, it's much nicer if I speak in Dutch and then we can talk and talk.
Okay, and did you consider going to some other countries first before Holland?
Like China?
Oh, really? China?
Yeah. And Xiamen. You know Xiamen?
No.
Nearby Guangzhou, it's more south, nearby Hong Kong.
Okay.
And me and my friend or my colleagues proposed a project, a workshop in the university, and probably it could be in springtime.
Okay. And your work, I mean, so it's in between fine art and design, would you say?
Yeah, maybe more fine art.
Right.
Yeah, installation work and drawing and different materials. Often I use textile.
Right. Is it a Chinese artist who makes these houses which are suspended from which are made of fabric like this. This reminds me of...
Yeah. Then we have transparent textile.
Yeah, it's like red, often red, transparent.
Yeah.
Building upright. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I think that's probably plenty, but not sure what is probably. Yeah.